time around, consider this an overdose. I paint a picture aiming at your throat, call it artichoke. Got the fiends going crazy off the bars. I wrote something like Jeezy and 05, believe me.
Welcome to the Album Collector, y'all. And y'all know this weekend was a great weekend because Black Panther dropped. Yep, we had Black Panther, that movie dropped, man, and I went to go see that movie. All I can say about that movie is that it was good. Y'all need to go see it. I don't want to get no spoilers. But today we talking about, y'all see that right there, Black Panther, the soundtrack, baby. That thing came out and it was a good album. Y'all should like it. I think y'all like it. I think a lot of people actually like this joint. This joint came out February 9th of this year, 2018. I expected it to be dope. Even when they announced that Kendrick Lamar was going to executive produce most of the album, I assumed that it was going to be good. He's an amazing artist. He's one of my favorite out right now. He's been putting out hits after hits. Amazing album. So of course I knew it was going to be good. The crazy thing about it is 14 tracks on here, which I thought is great. Like I said, I don't like albums that's longer than 20. Only certain artists I would give a pass to, with certain, you know, that can go beyond the 17, 18 mark. But this album was 14 tracks. Kendrick Lamar, he co-wrote every track on this album, which is dope too. You know, Kendrick, like I say, he's an amazing artist, amazing writer. So he co-wrote every track on the album as well. All of the Stars was the first single that they dropped. That single dropped January 4th, which was, it was my birthday, baby. You already, yeah, it was my birthday, you know what I'm saying? I turned up on my birthday on January the 4th. Pop bottles, you feel me? All of that. My opinion on the song, it's a good song. I think it's a good radio song. I think it's a good fit for the actual movie itself. It sets the tone for it. Featuring SZA. SZA is the funny thing about SZA, when she first came out, well, I guess super mainstream last year with all her singles, I didn't care too much for her. But as time progressed, I'm starting to like her a little more. I think this song was good. It was good fit for radio. It worked, and it just overall felt like a good song. I don't know what more to say about it, and it didn't really go too high on the charts, but it did well for what it was intended to be off the soundtrack. So I think that was dope. The second single, King's Dead. I don't even want to go too full-blown detail to that song, because this song for me was good and trash at the same time. Only reason it was trash is because Future. I hated Future's verse on there. I don't like the way he sung on there. He was saying something.
Lady daddy da, slide on me now. Pass me some syrup, put me in the car. Lady daddy da, motherfucker law.
I hated that part. I think that just ruined the whole entire song. I don't know what Kendrick was thinking. I don't know what the label Top Dog was thinking to put him on there, but they put him on there, and it was terrible. I don't know what they thought when they put him on that song. D.R.U.G.S verse was cool. Kendrick's verse was cool. I like what he did at the end of it, when the whole beat switched up on that song. I think that was dope. He actually performed that. A lot of people don't know. He performed that ending on the Grammys. He actually performed that. So if y'all didn't know, y'all was trying to figure out what song that was or what he was doing when the Grammys first came on, he was actually doing that song. The next single, which was Pray For Me featuring The Weeknd, that's a good song too. Kendrick also delivered on that track as well. Those are the three singles that dropped. I think all of them fit well on the Billboard. Except for King's Dead. They can throw that song in the trash, keep that song over there, get rid of it, stomp on it, spit on it, all of that stuff, because I hated that song. It just wasn't a good song at all. It wasn't. The video was cool. I thought that was different. I liked the video, but the song was trash. I also want to pinpoint a little fun fact about this actual soundtrack. If y'all take a look at the Love music video that Kendrick put out, the Love music video off his Damn album, if you watch that whole video, there's a section in there where it transitioned into a scene where you have all the women behind him. When it transitions into that, it said Lovely first, and then when you see the little thing when they say action or whatever, the little board thing, if you read it or pause it, it says Black Panther coming soon. So it's funny how they do these videos and they put little Easter eggs out like that. And I had no idea until I actually watched the video a couple of times. But I think that was dope to actually have that featured there. And that song came out back in December. That video came out back in December. So he was already hinting at the soundtrack is coming soon, Black Panther. So that was dope. I think that was a creative idea, the way they put that in place. My favorite songs on this album, I'm going to say number one, my favorite song was Paramedic featuring S.O.B. and RBE. That was a dope song. It's a West Coast vibe, of course. That whole song is West Coast vibe. Oakland, Northern California. It was a hard song. I like the way they delivered on there. I like the way they were spitting, rhyming. It was good. I like what they were saying. It wasn't it wasn't too technical in the lyrics and all of that. It was straight to the point. And I felt it. And I think that was a good track. And showed their ability and who they were. I had no idea who they were. I didn't know anything about these dudes. But after hearing that track, I'm going to be looking out for them. I think that sound was dope, and it knocks hard in the car if you got a nice subwoofer system in your vehicle, you know what I'm saying? You could crank that thing up a little bit. My second favorite song is Big Shot featuring Kendrick, Lamar, and Travis Scott. Now that song was fire as well. I could tell that it was very influenced by Travis Scott. You could hear the melody in it. Sound like a Travis Scott track all the way through. I think it was good. Kendrick, of course, yet again, always delivering. Rapping the way he rapped is just amazing. Travis Scott actually came pretty hard on there as well. Overall, the song was good. It was a good song. My third favorite track is Seasons. All those guys right there, that's who it's featuring. That song is good. I don't know what they're saying in the beginning, but I like it. I like it a lot. I like the last verse, but I like that whole entire verse. It was a story behind it, what he was talking about. It just felt good. I like those type of songs that gives you a vibe that's cool, mellow, and especially if you're driving and you just in the zone of the music, really dwelling on what they're talking about and the sound and the lyrics, it just fits perfectly. I think that song was a good song. It's not a radio song, it's not anything like that. It's just a song to be on the soundtrack. I think it fit perfectly well. Even with the beat was cool as well. Those are my favorite tracks on the album. All of the Stars are also another favorite track of mine that I like. I like to hear that when it comes on the radio. So my verdict on this album right here. Actually, you know I ain't gonna do that yet. We gotta get into the booklet. As y'all can see, I'm gonna keep it back because I don't want it to get out of focus. But y'all see that. Y'all know what that is. If y'all seen the movie, y'all know what's good. I'm gonna be honest with you. Most of the TDE booklets is not all of that. But this one right here wasn't all that as well. It's just black. It got the little tribe, I guess you can call it the tribe symbols and things like that right there. Got all of the credits of who produced, who wrote, and everything. And like I said, Kendrick co-wrote every song on this album, so that was cool. As y'all can see, boom, right there. And, you know, got the little art, stuff like that. I don't want to go through everything. It's pretty much the same look on every page, but this is the last page. I think I skipped one. But yeah, that's it right there. So it wasn't too much to the book, wasn't too much to the back of it. So it was cool. It's a cool book, nice to keep. I think they got a collector's edition with a vinyl, a cassette tape, and a t-shirt, which was dope. I do want to get that collector's edition. The verdict, I changed my verdict scale a little bit. I wanted to do out of 5 stars opposed to 10 because I was abroad, and the way I was rating it, kind of like it was too many categories in it. So I changed it to 5. So my rating for this particular album right here, I gave it a 3.5 out of 5. The reason why I gave it a 3.5 out of 5 is because it's a good album. It's not the greatest album. And also it's a soundtrack. Now with soundtracks, most of the time you want to put a lot of music in there that will make you think about the movie. And which I think they did a good job. A lot of the production on this album, you can feel like a fight scene. Like one of the songs is called Oops, featuring Vince Staples. I felt like that was a fight scene. Basically, hearing that, I like the way that the production on it was just great. I felt like I was watching a movie, just driving. Felt like, oh, that would be perfect fit for a fight scene. And I want to say that song, I'm sorry, spoiler alert, but in the part of the movie where they actually had somewhat of a fight scene, that song played a little bit. So I think the way they actually put that into place as far as the production wise, that's why I'm giving it a good number, is because the production was good, it fit, and a lot of the songs made you think about the movie. The reason why I didn't give a super high number is because the second single was trash. That was a bad idea. And then two, it's just a good album. Like, it's not the greatest thing. It's not super duper lyrical. The production is not over the top. You know, yeah, they had a lot of artists on the actual soundtrack. They had a bunch of different artists: Future, Vince Staples, Anderson .Paak, Kendrick, Lamar, SZA, Schoolboy Q, the whole TDE family pretty much. They had a lot of great artists, but all the songs are just good. I mean, I could go through and play it a couple times and stuff like that. It just wasn't a perfect album. It's not a album I would later on down the line call a classic. I think it's good for the moment, and the fact that Black Panther is out, it's a perfect soundtrack. Overall, I'm gonna recommend go at least give it one listen if you haven't heard it already. I'm sure you'll like a song off of this at least one song. 3.5 is not a bad rating at all. That's a good rating. That's a rating good enough to tell people, yo, go listen to that. Go listen to that, B. Go, hey. But yeah, so that's pretty much everything I gotta say about Black Panther. Black Panther is in theaters right now. Go check it out. Go support. It's a Marvel movie. It's an action movie. Just got everything that's good with it. Go check it out. And also check out Black Panther, the soundtrack. 3.5, baby. That's what I'm giving it. I'm out. It's the album collector. Deuces.